Everybody, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Dr. Honji Chang, coming from Taiwan, Taipei, Honji Clinic. It's my first time to give talk in Singapore. Unfortunately, this time I cannot visit Singapore by myself. I can only give talk to you using video. But I am very confident you will learn something in this lecture. And also, I wish in the future I can visit Singapore by myself. Okay, now the title of this lecture, Facing the World from Taiwan, the birth of a whole new fertility center, which is Honji Clinic. My history, okay, my CV. I was graduate from National Taiwan University. This is the best medical school in Taiwan. And of course, OBGYN, obstetric and gynecology department. I finished in 6 years of resident training. In 2001, I finished all my resident training. I could be a doctor, attending doctor in Taiwan. But in 2001, I have so many questions in my mind because IVF treatment at that time is not so good. A lot of injection, a lot of surgery. I don't want to be a doctor. I don't want to be an IVF doctor. I changed my mind. I went to New York, America, New York University, OBGYN, which is a fertility center. I went there to do scientific research as a visiting scientist. In the beginning, I have no salary. I have no salary because I'm a physician. I'm not a researcher. And the American doctor, they are not sure my research ability is good or bad. But they assigned me a job. New York University IVF Center is famous of his human IVF. But they also want to build an animal model to make research on mammalian series species of reproduction, which is mouse model, small mouse IVF model. They've been working for 2 years. They invite a researcher from China, a researcher from Germany, but they all failed. They assigned me this job. In a month, I made 2 trials of mouse IVF, and I was successful. The fertilization rate is more than 90%. They are surprised and they are excited. And then they invite me as a worker, a professional scientist in New York University. It's a full-time job. In 6 years, I read paper, make news research. Okay? But in 2007, my father in Taiwan, he was put into intensive care unit for treatment. And that day, I changed my mind. I think I have to go back to Taiwan to, help my father. And then I go back to Taiwan. America, USA, is a great power on earth. Very, very powerful. The #1 country on earth. How about her medicine also? Her medicine is also the best on earth. Manhattan is the important heart of America. Okay, best 10 fertility center in America. NYU is probably one of the best, number 4, very famous. And my paper, Honji Chang, is still on the website of NYU Fertility Center. You can check at home, okay? NYU Medical Center. The NYU Fertility Center staff. I'm here, Honji Chang. Okay, my colleague, Wei Liu, Jim Grifo, Nicole Noyes, they are still working in Manhattan. In the room, I study, read paper, think, questions. The place I make experiment. Every year, I tour around the US or Canada to give lectures every year. You can see all of them, most of them are American doctors or scientists. I have to give English lecture. I have to speak in America English, and after the talk, they will stand up, question me, ask me questions. I have to answer them, make them satisfied. Okay, so 6 years. This is all my lifestyle. My lifestyle in America. My colleague, the lab embryologist, famous professor. In 2005, I helped NYU to create egg freezing successful story, and we was reported in 2005 by NBC TV, evening headline news. In 2014, when I was in Taiwan, Japanese PBS TV also interviewed me. This is me. I am warming frozen Brussels cysts, 2 Brussels cysts. And later, these 2 Brussels cysts became 2 boys in Japan. Okay, this is me. Every detail, every step in the lab, I can do it. And also, I'm the expert of every detail. This is very rare in Taiwan or in the whole Asia, because doctors usually they are not familiar with the lab. If the doctor is not familiar with the lab, they cannot control the lab quality into a good state. So in Taipei Honji Clinic, you can be relaxed because we have the best lab in Asia. And the lab is so important because your egg, your embryo, your future kids, they cannot complain if the lab is not good enough. They just stop development. So the lab is very, very important. You have to remember. So from 2001 to 2007, 12 times of paper presentations in American Society of Reproductive Medicine. This is the highest level of reproductive medicine annual meeting on Earth. You can see from 2002, 2003, 2004, 2005 to 2006, 12 times. This is very, very rare for an Asian doctor to present for 12 times in ASRM. It is very, very rare. So you can, I think now you have some confidence of our lab quality. Very important. I get lecture in Montreal. Nuclear transfer for mouse. What is this? You know, nuclear transfer. This is a young mouse cytoplasm. This is the father mouse, mother mouse nucleus, which is DNA fusion. So 3 mice became the mice, live births, kids, nuclear transfer, small mice. So this is me in US. my research career. Okay, my colleague. Okay, I toured around America, many cities, give talk, give lecture. Okay, my picture in New York. Okay, this is one of the most important slides. You have to look carefully. Singapore is very famous because it is so clean. Everything is so clean. City is so clean. But I believe there are still some mice living in Singapore. But Singapore is so clean. Why there are still mice living in Singapore? Because mice reproductive ability is strong, very, very strong. Let me explain why. This is mice ovary. Okay? This is mice tube. Go to uterus. And you can see mouse ovary and tube was surrounded by a bag-like membrane. So we call this sac. When the mouse egg was ovulated from the surface of the ovary, the egg will keep inside in the capsule. The egg will not jump outside. So the opening of the tube can swallow the egg carefully into the tube. When male mouse sperm comes here, they mate together, became embryo. This mice was pregnant. And after 20 days, they deliver a lot of small mice. How about human? You can see this is a real ovary. The ovary is ovulating eggs. You can see the egg was ovulating like this, okay? There's a small movie you can look. And this is another ovary. Tube. Opening of the tube. So small. If the ovary is ovulating now, and you are walking on the street, what will happen? Your tube will shaking like this. And if the egg was ovulated, and your tube is here, your egg ovulated into the pelvic cavity. Your husband's sperm is here, your egg is here. Can you get pregnant? Can you get pregnancy? Of course not. So every doctor is checking the tube. Is it patent? Is there occlusion? Even though the tube is patent, if the tube cannot pick up the egg, it is useless. So this is very important slide. Please remember. Okay. Now we cannot check the ability for your tube to pick up the egg because there's no this kind of check. There's no this kind of examination. Okay. But this is the most important part of human reproduction. Traditional IVF treatment, ultrasound, blood check, a lot of blood check. Every time you visit doctor, blood check. Salpingography, they check your tube. It is painful. And I told you, even though your tube is patent, which doesn't mean your tube can pick up the egg successfully. Semen analysis, basal body temperature. Do you believe you check your temperature, body temperature in the morning can predict your ovulation? I don't believe. This is useless. Bothering life. And then sex, okay. Repeated insemination. The same point. Can you too pick up your egg? Okay. And then they will do surgery, laparoscope, to check your pelvic cavity And after the check, they say, congratulations, your tube is okay, no adhesion. But why you are not pregnant? Use this medication, repeated IVF, repeated insemination, and traditional IVF, a lot of injection. So IVF treatment is a process of suffering. Frequent OPD visiting is long, time-consuming, frustrating, expensive. All the treatment is expensive. When the girl's menstruation comes, cry alone. Okay, family expectation. Then the girl may quit her job. The girl's life changed. This is not good. This is not good. So, hysterosalpingography. See? Very, very painful. And I told you, use this treatment. Use this check. You don't need to check. Laparoscope. 1, 2, 3, 3 hole. 3 hole. Painful. Use this medication. Okay, this is this year, 2018, April in Japan. Okay. Infertility doctor check a patient with laparoscope to check the tube. Okay. November, they do the laparoscope surgery. 1 month later, December, the patient died because pulmonary embolism and multi-organ failure. You think laparoscope is safe? No, I don't think so. I think laparoscope is unsafe, dangerous, and unnecessary, useless medication. Oh, you were so beautiful. A husband who likes you so much. What's your expectation? What do you want in the next step? Of course, the kids. Wow, happy life, so happy. But can you risk your life to doing this? Can you risk your life? Of course not. Of course not. But some treatment are risking your life. Let me tell you. Steroid treatment. Okay, a Japanese patient. She came to my clinic, but she also are receiving steroid treatment in Japan because she cannot be pregnant. She's 44 or something. So they check her immune system. They say some antibody are higher, abnormally higher. So they give her steroid treatment. We transfer our frozen embryo into her uterus. 4 days later, she went to Japan. She was admitted because throat infection goes to lung infection, pneumonia. And 4 days later, lung infection goes to sepsis. Sepsis, bacteria in the bloodstream. She was sent to intensive unit, but 4 days later,